Welcome to Screencasting with PowerPoint. This is a video to explain how to cleanly record your computer screen, and I will be showing you some tips and tricks using the Microsoft Office PowerPoint 2019. If you are trying to insert images of your screen into a presentation or report, never use a camera to take a picture of your screen. It looks much more professional if you instead use a software application that captures your screen directly and saves it into an image. One of these programs is already installed on your computer, and it's called Snipping Tool or Snip and Sketch. It looks like this. So when the app opens, you can click on New, and you'll select the top left corner and the bottom right corner of whatever it is that you'd like to capture, and it saves it directly to your clipboard, and you can then paste it into your presentation or report. Alternatively, you can save the screenshot as an image and then import the image into your presentation. I'd like to copy and paste text from a web page and then cite that web page. So we'll go to google.ca, and I'm looking for how PowerPoint can show the recording tab. And this first link that shows up is fine, but I'm not going to copy from Google. I need to go into the website at Microsoft because the link will show in the address bar. I'm going to need that for my citation. So I'll scroll down and I'll find the text that I want to copy. Control C to copy on a PC, and come back into the presentation to paste it here. And since this is not my wording, I'm going to put quotations around it to indicate somebody else wrote it. Now I have to cite the source, and for a typical MLA website citation, you need the author, the title of the web page, the title of the website, the publisher, and when it was published, as well as the URL. So I could not find the author of this web page, so I'm going to start with the title of the web page. And to get that, I can click on View Page Source, and they have listed the title in the header. So let's copy and paste that text into the citation. And we start with a quotation mark with the title, and then a period, and then the quotation mark ends. And since this is Microsoft support, I will make sure that the text is italicized. That's the title of the website. The publisher is the same as the title of the website in this case, so we'll keep it the same. And then the date published is unknown. And then I need the URL from the specific site. And I don't want just the website. I'm not going to cite the whole website. I'm going to copy the URL directly from the address bar, which is up here. And then end with a period. If you'd like this to be a link, you can just click space, and then it becomes a hyperlink. If you don't want it to show as a hyperlink, you can undo the last part by clicking Control Z, and that will undo what you did. I'm going to use this advice now and show the recording tab. At the moment I don't see it. So let's go to File, scroll down to Options, and in the pop-up here, I want to go to Customize ribbon, and on the right-hand side, scroll down and click on Recording. So once that's visible and I press OK, I'll see the recording tab pop up here. To add an audio recording to a slide, there are two ways to do it. You can either go to the Insert tab and click over on the Media item for audio, and there are two options available. Alternatively, you can go to the Recording tab and click Audio there for the same two items. So the first one is audio on my PC. If you do this, you can select an audio clip from your computer and insert it into the slide. The second one is record sound. So let's try that now. I'll call this soundbite, and I'm going to click record and then say something and hit stop and then OK. So that gets inserted into the slide. If I scroll over it, I see some options available. For example, I can play and then say something. But it may not hear in the recording, so what I can do is change the animations for this. We'll see that in just a second. Other things that I can do with this is change the volume of the clip, and right-clicking on the icon will bring up an option to trim or to put it as a play in the background kind of item. If I want to not see this on the screen while the slide is being presented, I can drag it off to the side. But when I present the slides, this will still be available during that slide presentation. So regarding the ordering of this, if I go over to the Animations panel and open up the animation pane, I can change when the soundbite is delayed. So for the purposes of this video, I'll go back and add a delay to this item so that it plays at the right time when we see this video later. And I think it's around the 53-second marker for this slide. You cannot go above 60 seconds. To add a video recording to a slide, you can go to the Recording tab and click on Video, which will insert a video to autoplay on that slide. Or you can go to the Insert tab and click under Media. And there are two options under this case. You can select the video on my PC, which is the same as before under Recording, or you can click on Online Video and insert one from either YouTube or embed a video code. Let's try video on my PC. So I'm going to insert a short movie that I took at Seneca, and I need to resize it. So notice at the top here, I can format the movie or I can change the playback of it. So I'm just going to resize this so it fits the screen a bit better. You can use the red lines to align it. And in this video, it's not a long clip, but I want to trim the end of it. So I'm going to either click on Playback and then Trim Video, which pops up a Trim Video window. And what I do is I can move the cursor around. At the end of this video, I want to clip it right about here. So I'm going to take the end of the video and drop it back. And once I click OK, it will now end at the 10-second marker. So there are lots of options I can do to this video to better fit with my slide presentation. Some of them are available by right-clicking on the image, and I can see the style, or I can pull up the trim window, or I can change when it plays during the slide. Another way to do this with a bit more precision is to bring up the animations option and then open up the animation pane. And for example, I don't want to pause the video, so I'm going to now remove that option. Other things that I can do, I can make it start with a click, or start with a previous item, or start after a previous with a delay. And I can set all of these effect options. Screencasting is another way of saying that you'd like to record a video of what you're doing on your screen. And in PowerPoint, that means you can go to either the Insert or the Recording tab and choose the Screen Recording option. Under the Recording tab, it looks the same. And when you click on it, your screen either you can change the area of the selected region where you're going to broadcast, or you can just do the whole screen. So for example, if I were to record now, so I click record, it'll give a countdown and it will start to record whatever is in this area. And once you're done, you can either pause the video or stop the video, and it will get saved as a video clip into your slide. And you can do all sorts of neat things. For example, if you want to do a Webpage demonstration or show a video, or move things around on the screen kind of thing. Alternatively, it's also a good way to showcase your code rather than take a picture of your screen or take a video of your screen. You can walk through the code and explain different segments. So this is a really good way of showcasing your work. When I click stop, the video got saved into the slide, and you can simply resize it and do a playback if you want and see, different points in that video and see what happens there. If you'd like to record a slideshow with your audio and video intact, this is how you do it. You're going to either click on the recording tab and click on slideshow, record slideshow. So you can do that from the current slide just to capture for this one slide, or from the beginning, and you can, as you go through each slide, it'll record a separate slide information. If you clear timings on all slides, be careful of this. This will wipe out all previous recordings. So you could clear the timing on the current slide, but at the moment there are none. So let's set that up. The other way to start your recording of your slideshow is to go to the slideshow tab, and you can do that from here as well. So let's record from current slide, and it'll automatically start the slideshow. Now I have two screens set up, and on my other screen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that into view. And you can see nothing's going to be recorded for this slide yet until I start pressing record. And you can capture things such as, after the countdown, I might have a video on, or I could have my microphone recording. I could have the annotation going. So let's draw something on the screen, or maybe I want to highlight some words. And all of this will be captured and saved to the slide. If I pause the recording, I still don't have all the options necessarily, but it allows me to take a breather and then keep going if I want. If I want to stop, I can click stop. So once that's stopped, I can replay it and see how it is, or I can close this view of it, and it goes back to the PowerPoint layout. And you can see all of the items that I added are now part of the animation pane. So if I go to my animation section, I can see how they're added in order of when I presented during that slide. When I have finished making my presentation slides and all the narration, all the videos, everything has been added, and I'm ready to export it, if I want to create a video, then I have to go to the File tab and then down to export and create a video. Here I can change the resolution of the final video if I wish. And I want to use recorded timings and narrations. If I select don't use, then all my narrations and timings will be removed from the final video and it'll simply be a slide deck show. In that case, if there are any slides that don't have narrations or timings, then the seconds spent on each slide can be set. And that would be here 5 seconds, for example. So you can change that. And then I click Create Video. And I'm simply going to save it as an MP4 file. You could also save it as a WMV. I'm going to go with MP4. And that'll take a little while to save. And then you're done. Thanks for watching. This has been Screencasting with PowerPoint 2019, and we looked at some tips and tricks on how to cleanly record your computer screen for video presentations. This has been a Seneca College production, copyright 2021.